Hello, everybody. Today we have Payal Kanwar. She's the Director General of Indo-French Chamber, India's most active bilateral chamber of commerce. And she's also won several awards for Best Performing Chamber and Best Contribution over 2 consecutive years. She holds a master's degree in corporate communication and French honors from Punjab University. And just to give you a quick introduction, Payal, Women Inspiring Network is an inspirational storytelling platform which creates, shares, and inspires women in our country. It's a movement to pay it forward. And we started in pandemic and we've had more than 30 million reach socially. So in your own words, tell us a bit about your journey and, what are the lessons being a working woman teaches you, and I want you to throw some light for the women out there, like what does it take to be in your position?
Sure. Thanks so much, Stuti. So it's been quite a journey so far. So I've lived a little bit all over. I was born in London, then my family moved to Chandigarh, and then after that I studied in Paris, and now I'm living in Delhi, and my family and my kids are here. So my love for the French language started a very long time ago. I was only 12 and it was in school, and I loved it so much that I pursued it, and I went on to do my master's in Paris in corporate communications, and then I moved back. And I've really worked in this kind of a space ever since then. So it's more or less with French organizations. And now heading the chamber, well, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I've been here now for 11 years. I feel like a piece of furniture, but I think is the fact that it's so diverse, and there's just something new happening every day, and that's really what's kept me here. And on a personal level, I'm a mother of two. I have 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter, aged 9 and 8 respectively. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I do, and about my personal life as well.
Lovely. I actually have a 6-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah. So tell me the challenges which you faced, in your journey. And I would also like to say that those were your learnings also. So if you can throw some light so
Yeah.
that, some of the tips which women should sort of watch out when they start, in the beginning of their career, because I believe you've been with the chambers for 11 years. So what made you stay for so long? And if you can throw some light on that, that would be great.
Yeah. So, I think earlier on, I've always been a go-getter, right? So I'm the youngest of 4 daughters, and I've always really believed and just, moving forward, doing my best and all of that. Now, fast forward to the chamber, it's a great organization to work because firstly, we have a fantastic strike between, personal life and work. And now that I'm heading the organization, I think what's really important for me is to set an example. So, just to give you an example, I come in by about, 9 o'clock every day, and I'm logged off at 5:36, and I go home because that's family time. So I spend good time with my family. And then, if I need to, I'll log in later, later on at night when the kids are sleeping, and I'll finish my work. So I think what's really important is to really set this example for others as well, because I have a lot of women in the team, and it's good for them to see. And it's really important to be understanding about these things, because I really do feel genuinely that women can have it all. If your personal life is well organized, you have help at home, and I feel we're more productive as well, because we're more efficient, because we have a limited window of time. And I think women are genetically fantastic multitaskers because we wear so many hats. So in terms of challenges, I think it's just been to strike that balance always, and to give equal time to all different spheres of my life, whether it's to my husband or my kids or at work or as, the leader of this organization. And also, I would say, to enable people. I think it's so important to uplift your team and to give them responsibilities and to give them opportunities, and really let them shine as well, because there's, I think, it's an art to lead a team, and it's really important to have that message internally that, you can have opportunities. So yeah, I don't know if I've answered your question, but it's a bit of a mix of everything. So yeah.
So I'm so glad, Payal, you brought that part in, because I remember I went for a women leadership program to the United States, which was with the Fortune MPW, which is the most powerful women. And I truly believe that when you have the work life balance, you can achieve it all. Because I had the great fortune of meeting the likes of Ariana Huffington and Indra Nui and Sheryl Sandberg. So I know that if there is a balance, so, you know, even though I have a small child, I was able to sort of create the network, which is actually a movement to pay it forward. So if it's just about the balancing act, and I could truly resonate with that. And I'm glad that you brought that point in. And tell us about your achievements, your awards. You won so many of them, and what's next for you?
I think, I really found my passion when I found the French language. I loved it so much. And I was convinced that, I was really going to live in Paris and study there. And that's what I went to do. And when I was studying in France, funnily, it's a funny story, but I was the only foreigner in a class of 29 students. So there were 29 French students, and there was one lost foreigner, and it was me. And I think that just being immersed in that environment is really what helped me, you know, specialize in the language. And then I came back. And so yeah, achievements, I mean, I don't know what to say. For example, when I was in university in India doing my French honors, I did top my course, and I was a gold medalist in Punjab University. I got a scholarship, but then I decided to move to France. When I moved back, I would say I always found good opportunities and people at the right time. So, I just walked in one day to the French embassy to meet some people, and I was kind of at the end of it, I was offered a job, and I stayed, and then I ended up staying for 4 years, and I absolutely loved what I did. And then I moved on to banking a little bit. And at the chamber, I would say, I've really been passionate about what I do, and there's nothing like it, right? When you really truly enjoy what you do. I mean, there's nothing like it. It's you could you're really in the best space because you flourish. So I think that, yeah, I've really tried to build up the organization, and I've really spent time on the team, and together we've won these three fantastic international awards, which is a great recognition because we've really put India on the map. So the French Chamber is a part of a network of 126 French chambers abroad. And we've won awards in 2018, 19, and now this year as well, in 2022. Just a month ago, we won another award for this great solidarity mission that we had led during the second wave of COVID-19 in India, where we brought in 29 oxygen generating plants. And it was a huge effort. Everybody was a part of it. It was led by the French ambassador here locally. And we were a part of that. So yeah, I feel really proud and happy that, we're able to excel and really do what we want to do. So yeah.
That's really amazing. And when you were talking about the lone student, it was reminding me of the series Emily in Paris. you know uh, and being a working woman, you've handled your work life balance very well because you talked about it. And what advice would you want to give for women hoping to follow your footsteps? uh, some advice to women sitting out there in our country.
So maybe I'd start by saying, the cliche, which is really believe in yourself. Because when you really set your mind to do something, I mean, I've seen it in my own experience. When I know that there's something in particular that I really want to do, I really go, fully for it. And secondly, I would just say, as a working woman, as a working mother, the world is changing so much. We're becoming so progressive now. There are so many different ways of working. A lot of my peers work from home, and now we're in a very agile, kind of a flexible, world where post the pandemic, there are so many different ways of working, and we've become so much more efficient as people. So I would say, yeah, I mean, what's important for me at least is to ensure that I'm doing justice to all spheres of my life. If I'm with my kids, I'm really with them, and my phone is off, and I'm not doing anything else. I'm reading bedtime stories, we're spending time together, we're playing board games. When I'm at work, I'm really efficient at work. So I think you just learn how to plan better, and to just be the best at what you're doing in that given moment.
That's really amazing, and I love the phone comments. That's a tip for me. That's something which I want to learn, because the phone is so
Yeah,
distracting.
it's always on. There's no end. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And what are your future plans, Payal?
I've not really thought about it. I think I'm in a great space right now. I'm really enjoying what I do. And I think whatever I do in life, I will always have this link with France and India. And yeah, I mean, I'm still here, and I'm hoping to enjoy my time here. And I'm sure life will take me somewhere interesting soon. So yeah, let's wait and watch. But no big plans as of now.
And now we've reached the end of our session. So I want you to leave a winning message, which can inspire our viewers, because we're an inspirational storytelling network. So if you can share a winning message for our viewers.
Well, I'd just like to say that women can have it all. That's it. If you want it, you can have it all. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Payal, for joining us today. It was truly a pleasure to have you on our platform, and we look forward to having you, because we do a lot of panel discussions where we have different panelists, and we go live on Facebook and Instagram. So we look forward to having you again and inspiring our viewers. Thank you so
Thank you so much, Stuti. Lovely speaking with you.